Hello, everyone, and good morning. Obviously, much has changed in this country, but I just hope that Republicans don't take their massive win last night as a mandate from the American people. The American people were not necessarily voting Republicans in office, they were voting Democrats out of office. Now that the Republicans have taken Congress, their most difficult hurdle is ahead. President Obama has made it clear that he will not tack to the center, as Bill Clinton did following his 1994 bloodbath. So we can expect some gridlock. The Republicans will not bring the administration's policies to a vote, but they do not have enough votes to easily override a veto unless they can get many Democrats to jump ship. However, even the threat of veto should not prevent the Republicans from passing important legislation. The first thing Republicans need to do is renew the Bush tax cuts. Letting the Bush tax cuts expire will cost taxpayers $115 billion next year alone, according to the Congressional Budget Office, and $2.6 trillion through 2020. Now, if every single penny of those increases went to paying off our debt, maybe we will support letting them expire. However, we all know that this money will be appropriated, yes, it will, elsewhere, and only increase our grandchildren's burden and guarantee our slide into a second-rate world power. These cuts affect more than just the wealthy. Understand, it affects more than just the wealthy. The lowest personal income bracket jumps 50% from 10% to 15%, and the 25% bracket rises to 28%, and the old 28% goes up to 31%. Listen, they should also repeal Obamacare. I'm sorry, the costs for Obamacare have already risen to over $1.5 trillion. And the Congressional Budget Office has admitted both that it will not decrease the cost of health care. These are some of the things that the Republicans need to do. Listen, the American people still respects the president. They like the president. I think it's good the Republicans did not get control of the Senate because they would have had the control of the economy again. I like the balance of power. The American people have spoken. It was the will of the people yesterday. We should not become arrogant, conceited, and ridicule the other side. We need to work with Democrats. We need to come together as a nation. It is time that we have politicians from both sides to work for we the people. And also, the Tea Party is here to stay. It will be interesting to see how their candidates operate within the apparatus of the Republican leadership in the House and the Senate. But listen, give Sarah Palin some credit. She gave her stamp of approval to candidates in New Hampshire, Nikki Haley in South Carolina, and other candidates around the country long before the national media and many of us ever knew who these candidates were. Look at Tim Scott, who won in South Carolina. In fact, Tim Scott and Mr. West from Florida will be two black Republicans in the House of Representatives. Yes, that is progress. Give Sarah Palin credit. Give the country credit. America is on the precipice of change. Let's not gloat. Let's not gloat. Let's work together. Let's pray that this country come together, and let's do what is in the best interest of all Americans, no matter whether they're Democrats, Republicans, or in the middle. It is time for Americans to come together. I'm Armstrong Williams.